Hey guys, and welcome back to the Flourish vlog. So today we're continuing our series on common concerns during labor, and one of the concerns that we hear is that you guys are going to be too tired when the time actually comes to get through labor. So a lot of times as pregnant moms, it's tiring and you're really exhausted, especially when you have other kids. And I know that's kind of the thought in the back of the mind is, wow, like if I'm this tired now, labor is a lot of work, and how am I going to get through it if I'm not properly rested? So, Jess, you want to start?
Yeah, so I guess the first thing to say is that our body is meant to do this, like we say a lot. And so there's certain things that our body will do naturally. So I talk to a lot of people that say, even if they have other kids or whatever, they haven't slept their whole pregnancy, that for some reason, the night before they go into labor, they'll have like the best sleep of their whole life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really common. Another thing that we like to tell you guys is that when you guys contact us and you say you're in early labor, we will usually tell you or encourage you, go take a nap.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a long road ahead of you usually, and lay down, take advantage of the time.
A lot of people have this tendency, especially first-time moms, they have this tendency that as soon as labor starts, they'll get like a spike of adrenaline because I'm so excited. You've been waiting and planning for this for so long, and now you're starting to show signs that you could be going into labor, and so you get really excited. And a lot of people get this mindset. They're like, well, I don't want it to stop. I don't want it to stop. I want it to go faster. I want to meet my baby. And so
try to amp it up.
Yeah, so I call it trying to chase your labor. So people will try and chase their labor. They'll be like, let's go out and walk, and let's do this and let's do that. And they tire themselves out in the early part of labor with excitement, and then when things really get real, they're tired.
Yeah.
So we always really discourage that. And if you're our clients as doulas, if you call us and you tell us something's happening, we will tell you over and over and over again, like, if you are excited, you need to calm down, go take a nap. And people will call us back and be like, well, I'm having contractions every this many minutes, so I can't sleep. But it's really just that adrenaline because they're so excited. And if you can calm that down in your mind, you realize you really can take a nap. Even if it's in 10-minute increments, even if it's in 7-minute increments, you can get a lot of rest. So we will encourage that all through. Do it until you can't do that, possibly cannot do that anymore. And then sometimes when we get there, there's like a calming effect, and we find we can tuck people in and they can sleep.
And they
some
sleep
more.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing to remember is that labor is not some constant contraction. So when our clients are really tired, they will naturally fall asleep in between contractions anyway, and that's just enough of a boost to kind of get your body to the next stage each time. So so when you're worried about not being fully rested, just remember, like Jess said, our bodies are meant to do this, and your body will find a way to have the energy it needs to birth your baby.
And I also like working with laboring moms for as long as I have. There's so many times where we don't realize our own strength until we get there, and we have to realize our own strength. So I see these moms who are going through these labors that have been really long, and they haven't gotten rest, or they haven't gotten sleep. And us as the people that are in labor are like, how is she still going?
Yeah.
But our bodies have this untapped well of strength that we don't even realize we have. And so when we really need to, you can keep going and keep going if you really want to. And we're so much stronger than we think we are. And then if a situation happens where you're having a very difficult birth and you are really that tired and you can't go on, there's other options you can do to be able to rest. Sometimes even if things aren't going as planned, sometimes getting an epidural and sleeping for a couple hours, it gives
all your body needs.
All your body needs. So there's so many options to not need that if that's what you don't want. But if that does happen, it can be a great thing if you're having a very long or extended labor and your body needs that rest.
Yeah. Well, guys, I hope that kind of calms that fear a little bit. And if you guys have any questions, reach out. We're here, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.